Warning! Before watching this, I advise you have a sense of humor. Some scenes may be silly, and this is to make sure that the audience does not fall asleep in the midst of this longer video. With that being said, I sincerely hope you enjoy this video. So therefore, and without further ado, let's get into this video.
So, it is July 19, 2025, and I just got to my hotel in Vienna because I am on a trip with the European Coaster Club. Here's the view from outside. This is my room. It's quite spacious. We have, they gave me this for free when I checked in. We have some tea, coffees, huge space for luggage, and a massive bathroom. It's kind of dark in here, I'm not sure how the light works, but it's quite nice. Anyways, so yeah, I'm here with the European Coaster Club on a trip that starts at Prater. We're gonna get a tour that includes some rides, and then we're gonna go on a road trip to some smaller parks in Austria, including Phantasiana, which I'm really excited for because they have the new Helios, that's what it's called. And then, yeah, after that, we also go to some Alpine coasters, and eventually we end up in Zurich. So then I'll just take the train home. But yeah, I took a flight this morning from Geneva to Vienna, and then I took a bus and then a metro. So yeah, it wasn't that difficult to get here. But anyways, I just came here to drop off my big suitcase. I'm just gonna go with this as all my chest mount and GoPro stuff. But I think we're gonna leave soon to go to Prater, so I'm gonna go downstairs now. We're entering the Prater. I haven't been here in so long. Last time I was here, it was during the winter, and also before a lot of the new rides. And the only Wilde Maus and Valère were the only coasters that I rode. And most of the rides were closed, so hopefully I'll get on Boomerang and all those other stuff. Oh, there's like a ride right here. This almost reminds me of like Europa Park. There's a nice little swing right here. Oh, there's a booster there, drop tower. Oh, what is that? I don't know what that was. Oh, there's a coaster right here. Indoor coasters there. Rollerball. The rock here. I'm gonna need to ride that soon. It's getting hot. Alright, there is Ecstasy, one of the craziest looking rides ever. I'll ride that later. I wanted to ride it last time, but I couldn't get it. Oh, there's Olympia Looping. I'm so excited for that one. That was fun. Yeah. And this, oh, this is that weird rapids ride. Oh yeah, they also have this crazy thing. I'm gonna do that later. Here is a ghost train, I think. There's a weird rollerball. Oh, there's that thing, the Black Mamba. Here's this piece of junk. Unfortunately, it's included in our tour. But I'm just kind of curious, see how bad it is. Maybe I'll ride it again. Just how do I film on that thing? Maybe with my wrist mount, I don't know. Yeah. I don't think it's as tall as the one at Antwerp. Oh, they also have a space shot. I think, looks like we're meeting up with the club now. So yeah, this way. Oh, it still hasn't dropped yet. What else has been dropped? Okay, this is taking too long.
Before continuing the video, let me explain the next few clips. During ECC trips, there is almost always something special arranged for the club, whether it be exclusive ride time or backstage tours. In this case, we had a guided tour of the park that included free rides and some Q&A sessions. Also, I wanted to watch the tower drop, but it was taking too long and it was time to start the tour anyway.
So we're doing the backstage tour of the Ferris wheel. Look how big this thing is.
The whole day. There was no aviation and all that kind of stuff. So it was really thrilling, and people went into a room, had no clue what was coming next.
We are now on a dizzy mouse. Here we go.
There we go.
Change.
Whoa!
Holy shit! Holy crap! Oh shit, this is fast!
Ow!
Holy crap! Whoa! What? I don't think I've ever spun that fast on one of these. Oh!
I found
no.
Oh, fuck. My finger! Ow! Ow! Is that an Never mind, this versus the full end.
What did he say?
Never mind, this versus the full end.
No, it's not. It's not.
That jolted, yeah.
I mean, this ride sucks, but it's not worse than the layer.
Oh my god. What an abomination. That was one of the most painful roller coasters I've ever been in. It literally felt like being in a car crash. You know when something hurts, when a ride hurts so much that you just want to get off of it? Like, and not to mention it's just uncomfortable. Like, yeah, I only rode this because I wanted to see how bad it was because it's been so long since the first time I went on it, and yeah. It's absolutely one of the worst roller coasters in existence, and I will never ride this thing ever again.
So just some more context here. This was the first credit that we got on the trip. I can't talk. Whatever. Anyways, this was the first credit that we got on the tour, and yeah, it was quite rough, as you saw from the reaction. Quite a fun reaction. But yeah, after this, we were just waiting, I think, for the other tour group, which took a really long time, and I was already starting to get tired from the heat because it was super hot outside. And yeah, that's pretty much like how the rest of the tour went. I was just doing a lot of waiting and stuff, but I will show the POVs from the other rides that I did, so I hope you enjoy. And that's all I have to say about that.
Whoa. We're inside a mirror. Oh, there's like an actual mirror right here. Oh, that's cool. We're going on the indoor coaster now. We had to wait forever. Oh, we're finally on the indoor coaster. And I heard that they would turn on the lights, so I might get a lights on ride. Yeah. Not sure how well you can see in here though. Oh, it's really dark. Oh, Darth Vader. And Batman, what the hell? Okay, it's dark, I'm gonna put we're on this side.
Welcome. You have come this far, so get ready to complete your mission. You are on your own now. Good luck and enjoy the trip.
So, we're getting a behind the scenes tour of the workshop. Just a bunch of stuff in here. Oh wait, I think that's a ride vehicle of some sort.
Our workshop, we need it for 15 to 16 rides. Our family operates. This is our workshop. Before it was in small parts on every.
We're on the Wilde Maus. It's been a really long time since I went on it. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was intense. Oh! Oh! Oh, he's right over my face. Oh! Oh! Kind of rough. Oh! Oh! Oh, here we go. Oh! 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 Oh, Jesus! Ow! Oh! 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 Painful. Oh! 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 Man, this looks so... Scenic Railway. It has no restraints. And there's also a brake limit.
So while the what I meant to say was that after we rode the coaster toward the factory, no, not the factory. What am I even saying? A behind the scenes tour of the Hochseilbahn or whatever you would like to call it, the single rail thingy, and we basically went underneath the huge structure. So underneath this part, and it was really interesting. It was basically like a big house kind of with like the wooden structure. It was very quiet in there. It was very nice temperature in there. And we also got to see the lift motor, which was cool. And yeah, there's not really much else I can say about it, but it was quite interesting. And we weren't allowed to take any photos or videos, so that's why I'm explaining what it looked like in there. But also this was my first coaster with a brakeman, so that was quite interesting. It wasn't very intense or anything like that. I mean, just the drops were quite fun and the rest was more like a scenic train ride, but yeah. So right after the tour and the ride on the scenic railway, I wasn't sure where we were actually headed. I thought we were going to like Megablitz or something, but we were actually going a different direction. And it turns out that we were going to like the small kiddie area that has this really tiny wooden coaster that's only for kids. And we got behind the scenes, I mean not behind the scenes, but we got like a Q&A session of that since we couldn't ride it. But yeah, like at this point I was already like really exhausted. I was struggling with the heat and I was getting kind of impatient. So I kind of sat out for most of it. I just wanted to ride the bigger rides. I also forgot to mention that whatever. At some point on the tour we were supposed to ride Prater turns, which is the Starflyer, which I already rode last time I was there. But instead we rode what's it called? Masquerade. We rode Masquerade, which is another indoor Wilde Maus type coaster, but this is a spinning one. And it's also really short. And I thought I had a POV of it, but it turns out that I was accidentally on photo mode, so no POV. But yeah, that was one of the examples of how the tour didn't go exactly as planned. But soon after that we were riding the more thrilling coasters.
Check out this ancient coaster credit. Unfortunately, this is a credit that we can't ride.
To go up there and
But it's really old.
grab
It's
seats and help us.
a wooden track like a single helix. But it has a weight limit and I don't even fit in there, so I can't ride it. But anyways, just sending it through the track just to see what it looks like at least. At first I thought this was also the same place to work.
You can ask me. I live here. Also, I lived in since I was born. So if you have any questions, you might get answers that you will never get. If you ask somebody that's only working here. So you decide.
Looks nice. It's basically just a single helix thing.
Yeah. Huh? I break them every time.
Megablitz. Check out this material. It's kind of weird. And I didn't realize it was like one row cars like this. And only like 3 rows in each train. Kind of like Space Mountain. Oh! Almost like a launch. And here we go. Oh shit, it's not. Oh, crap. Oh, now I'm dizzy. That was crazy. That was really intense, but it felt kind of dangerous on the drop. Anyways, here's the Wiener Looping over here. I think we're gonna do that next. Oh, there's also like a ghost train or something. Oh yeah, there's the boomerang, the crazy slingshot, and that crazy ride right there I'm gonna do later. We also did a backstage tour of the old coaster. And yeah, slingshot is about to launch. It's 15 euros for this thing.
And they were never to be seen again.
Look at all these coasters here. Also, this ride, I'll do it later. Oh, thank you. Oh! Oh! Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Holy shit! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh! 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 Crap, that was intense. swimsuit. Where was it? Oh, oh, I think this has to be one of the most intense roller coasters I've ever been on. Like, to the point where it's almost too intense to be even considered safe. Like, it pushes the limits of intensity. Especially, yeah, like the crazy negative G's on this drop, then crazy positives, then crazy negatives, then crazy hang time, then crazy G-force, then crazy air time. Look, this ride is just absolutely nuts. And I think honestly, like, it is a bit too intense for me. Like, if I ride this more than twice, I would get a headache. So, but yeah, I really hope we get to do Olympia Looping on the tour. Otherwise, I mean, the tour has already been like a lot longer than it was scheduled. A lot of standing and waiting, which is kind of annoying. But some of the rides are free, which is nice. So yeah, and just like the views that you get, like look at this.
So I had to take a few photos because of how amazing the views are of this coaster, especially when you pass underneath it. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how amazing this photo is? This was taken by Justin, who was organizing the trip. And yeah, just look at the train passing through the loop at the perfect timing. What an epic shot. Anyways, this was our next ride, and this would conclude the tour.
Wiener Looping. Did Olympia Looping for the first time, and the G-force wasn't that bad on the loops. I mean, like, going into the loops it was quite intense, but it wasn't that bad actually. But the restraints were really bad though. They kept getting tighter on my shoulders as the ride progressed, which is really annoying. So yeah, like the view of like both of these coasters is just amazing. And I think the tour has ended. That was a long day. I think now I'm free to do whatever I want. So yeah, I need to like find an ATM that actually works. because none of them work. It's really annoying. I need to find some food. I want to do like that weird ride over there, maybe that drop tower, and the crazy ride over there, and the Tagada. Oh yeah, and also the boomerang. Oh, we're going backwards. Maybe I'll do this one. It goes completely upside down. Look at that crazy. So I don't think I'm allowed to film on most of the rides, but I just did that thing up there that I really wanted to do because it looked so intense, but it was actually not that intense. It was really fun though. And I got some of the most amazing views I've ever seen from a ride. We got really close to the slingshot, which was cool. I don't really feel like filming any more rides, because I'm not sure if it's allowed. I already have enough POVs, but I can at least give my review of everything. I really want to do this, but I need 2 people, so yeah. So this right here is the Black Mamba. That was one of the most insane rides I've ever done. You know, like how maximum energy goes upside down and it's like too much negative G's? Well, that was this one, but to the extreme, like really fast, too much negative G's, and then it was stuck upside down like, ooh, that was cool. And then this right here This might be the scariest dark ride I've ever been on. That was absolutely terrifying. It was dark, it was spooky, there were jump scares everywhere, it was loud, and it was very long as well. Look. Holy crap, that was absolutely terrifying. That is Hotel Psycho. And I don't know what's in there, it looks interesting. This right here is the weirdest funhouse I've ever done. The floors are at random angles, there's a mirror maze, and it is also confusing because there are multiple ways to go but no signs pointing to the right direction. Unfortunately, I didn't film it, but here's the translated description from the website. I think there's one more credit, I need to see if it's open though. These were the only clips I made after the tour. I didn't feel like filming much because I was so tired. I don't even remember the order of the rides that I did, but I also spent a lot of time walking around deciding what rides to do. I had to Pretoria to Simbic, I had to prioritize because my energy was limited, and because the other coaster was far away. I tried to get over there multiple times, but I had to turn away because my legs were hurting so much. So there is one credit that I missed. It's a tiny single helix kids coaster anyway, but whatever. Here's a list of rides that I did. Oh yeah, here's the list of some of the rides that I did in no particular order because I don't exactly remember the order. But yeah, I also did Valère, which was terrible. I also came off of Olympia Looping. I decided to go on it again in the backseat at night. And holy crap, that was insane. Like the G-force on the loops. That was absolutely insane. Few thoughts on some of the rides that I forgot to mention. Tornado, the weird swing ride, was really fun. It felt like a giant swing for adults that flips upside down a few times. The drop tower was very similar to the one at the Singsenfour in Antwerp, perhaps taller, although the drop didn't feel as long. Also, Ecstasy was a bit disappointing. Feels like a mix of Move It and Techno Power, but I have to admit it was a bit uncomfortable. Still a fun ride, but not as good as Toxic because it doesn't do fast flipping. Anyways, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the video. I hope your attention span made you last this long. And I also rode Tagada, which was a bit disappointing. It's not like the one in Geneva. Like, unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to stand up. And I wasn't allowed to jump either. Not like I have that much energy anyways. I also did the drop tower. It was quite scary. The drop didn't feel as long as the one in Antwerp, but it's still... I haven't done that. There's so many like ghost train rides, fun houses, things that I wanted to do but I didn't get to because I wasted a lot of time waiting during the tour, but at least I got like a few rides. So, and there's another credit that I saw a tiny coaster, but I don't feel like going all the way over there. My legs are hurting too much. So I think I'm just gonna go home now, but I'll definitely be back another time. Also, it's kind of late. Yeah, I think I'm done filming for today. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna film an outro. But yeah, it was a nice day. Like, I did a lot of things, but it was exhausting. Like, I'm so tired, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna tour an ice cream factory and go to another small amusement park. Oh, this looks cool. Yeah. So here in Prater you have to pay to use the bathroom, which is really stupid. And when I arrived here, I went in, like almost all of them only accept €1 coins. They don't even accept francs. So yeah, I couldn't use the bathroom, which is just, I don't understand how that's even legal. And just now I managed to also, like, all of the ATMs rejected my card except for one outside of the park, and it was only because I saw like the tour guide there that asked me, and I finally managed to get some cash, and now I have a bunch of coins, but now I'm like too tired and in pain, so I can't really do anything. I think a lot of things are gonna close soon anyways. It's dark. I'm tired. But yeah, that was a crazy day.
And an expensive one too. Despite the fact that in our tour we did a lot of rides that were already included, I also calculated the price of that, which ended up being a total of 74.50 cents. No. So that was the amount that I saved on the tour, which is quite a lot, but I did a bunch of rides on myself, so that ended up being about 86.5 euros that I spent myself, and this is not including drinks or food or, of course, the toilets as
But
well,
I'm not
and
sure how
like
much
other
I can film
expensive
at the other parks. Definitely at Coneyland.
whatever. You might be
But yeah,
wondering
I'll
how
definitely be
expensive
back
Prater
another
is, so
time
there you go.
to go on the rides that I didn't get to do. So yeah, I guess over and out.